Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. You should be seeing something in this basic area here, I hope. Um, got something a bit different today. I got a review of the movie Hex. This is a British movie, and I was actually contacted by the people that made it, and they sent me a screener and, you know, asked if I'd review it, so I'm gonna do just that. I watched this tonight. Uh, it's an interesting movie. The basic premise is it takes place during the British Civil War, and I think it's 1644. So you have two soldiers, one from either side, and essentially they're still kind of going at it with each other, and they end up in kind of the territory of a witch, and stuff starts going down. Um, I'm not going to say any more plot wise because, like I said, this is like a preview review. It's not actually out yet. I think it's out in like 12 days or something on Amazon, something like that. Um, yeah, so I'm not gonna spoil it. Sufficient to say, what you got in this movie is essentially a study in paranoia. Because, well, for one thing, you never really know. Like, is this like actual like witchcraft stuff happening, or is it in their heads, sort of thing? Um, it was quite an interesting movie, really. One thing I found really kind of good and interesting was the fact, they're both like soldiers or whatever, so they're fighting with swords and stuff. And what I kind of liked about it, like at first I looked at it and I thought, this doesn't look right. This looks kind of amateurish. But then I thought about it and I'm like, if people were fighting with swords in like an actual life or death situation, it wouldn't look good. It would look like rough and dirty and throwing like cuts from weird angles and everything because you're trying to survive. So I don't know how historically accurate the the fighting scenes are, but they felt quite real to me, at least. They felt like people who are like hyped up on adrenaline, just trying to survive. That's what it seemed like. Now, one thing this movie does pretty damn good, I got to admit, it it builds a sense of claustrophobia, which is kind of weird because it's in the woods, so you wouldn't think that would be claustrophobic, but it is. And literally, in the entire cast, there's like four people in the entire cast. That's it. Um, you know what? This movie would pair up really well with The Witch. Watch Hex and The Witch back to back. Um, you'd have a pretty good little time, I gotta say. Um, the acting, all in all, I found it really pretty decent. There was nothing that really took me out of it. The only thing, and it could just be a quibble on my part, I don't know about 1644 haircuts, but one of the guys looked like he had a modern haircut. But other than that, like I said, that could just be me. Um, all in all, though, I found it to be a really interesting story, and I found it to be a really interesting movie. Um, I think it's definitely something, give it a shot when it comes out. It was pretty decent. It's not the you're not like getting jump scares every 10 minutes or anything. You're not doing anything like that. But there's a couple of genuinely kind of creepy scenes. There's one scene in this tent where the guy's in the foreground. You just see stuff going on behind, and it's just kind of creepy. It really is, and I can really appreciate that. Um, yeah, I mean, one thing also I have to remark on this: there was great use of natural light. There's one scene where there's a guy going along with like a torch, and it seems to literally be completely lit by this torch. So there's like all this blackness, and then just like the light of the torch. It was a really nice scene, I got to admit. All in all, for a rating, I got to give this an 8 out of 10. Um, it is a very solid movie. You know, I'm not gonna say it's the end all be all of like old old timey witch movies, if you will. But it's a solid contender, you know. Uh, yeah. So all in all, I really liked it. Liked it. I'll try to find a trailer to put below. Uh, just give it a shot. It's worth seeing. That's it for now. See you next time.